Did you ever want to play your ukulele with a friend? Well, then COVID hit and play alongs came quickly to an end. So we virtualized and put the chords and lyrics all online. So join us every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So join us every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Hey, and hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. So glad you're here. Just like that, another week gone by. I love watching the comments. Man, we got people from, I saw North Dakota. I saw Maine. I saw just all kinds of places. And Australia and the UK. It's just fun. It's just a lot of fun doing this. So we're glad you're here. We're going to just have some fun tonight. Or today, or this morning, whatever time zone you're in. We're going to do a picking pattern. We're going to show you a little picking pattern. I created something that I hope will help. Maybe you'll just look at it and say, oh my gosh, that's confusing. But I'm hoping it's going to help. I've never seen something like this before, so we'll give it a shot. we may never use that format again. We're also going to play some songs and give you some news. We're also going to show you. So we know, I think most of you know, there is a collaboration special on October 12th. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'll tell you about songs that are going to be part of that a little later. We're giving away this amazing ukulele from a company called Tree Frog Ukuleles, and I actually have the ukulele. It's in my house. It's in my possession. I'll talk more about that when we do our picking lesson, because I'm going to show you in high G and low G. This particular pattern sounds probably a little better in high G, but we're going to show it to you in low G as well. But the uke we're giving away is a Tree Frog soprano custom made. I'm gonna show it off because the creator, the maker, came to my house yesterday and we hung out and went and had dinner and had a great time. His name's Tom Hunter. Super nice guy. But I saw this ukulele and I played this ukulele. It's it's a work of art. You're gonna be blown away. The pictures won't do it justice because it's small screen or big screen and just flat, one dimensional. But it's phenomenal. So let's do a couple songs first. We're gonna do I think 2 songs and then we're gonna do a little picking lesson. I did one a few weeks back. Pete McCarty also did one. So thank you again, Pete. So this is just gonna continue on, and for those who think they can't pick, this is really just to give you some basics to just exercise with. And picking is like anything; it's a learned skill, and just practice a little bit, and you'll be picking on the uke in no time, really. So let's go here, and I want to talk about one thing because you're gonna look at this. Some of you will look at this and say, Donna Draper, you will be blown away. This thing, seriously, it's amazing. Okay, so let's look at some of these chords. Well, first let's look at our song. And in our chorus, we go from E minor to E flat augmented, a chord we, of course, know and all love. And then we go to G. So E minor, E flat augmented, and G. So let's look at those. E minor. So let's look at E minor. So there's a couple ways to make E minor. One is that stair-step shape that most of us know. I'll put on a full screen, but full stair step. The other way to make a E minor is to make a G. Just make a regular G. And then put your pinky in this spot right here. So that is the C string, 4th fret. So keep every finger that plays a G in that same G position. Just add your pinky to the 4th fret of the C string. And if you look, you still have that stair step shape. It's just using different fingers. So if we start with that as our E minor, one thing you can do is, because that's a lot of moving around. If you look at that chord, to get to E flat augmented, you're like, well, how do I do that? And you can do it any way you want. I'm going to show you one fairly easy way. If you simply lift up your pinky, so lift up your pinky, and just slide your pointer finger over to the 3rd fret. That's it. So then that's your E flat augmented. Okay? And then the next one is the G. So then all we do is slide it back. So we go, let me come here, we go close up. Let me come here. So we start with a G, right? No, I'm sorry, we start with an E minor, G shape, but we add that pinky, so that's our E minor. We're gonna simply lift our pinky and slide the pointer finger over. That's our E flat augmented. And then we just slide the finger back and we're at G. So, got that? All right. So we're just going to play that. I just wanted to show you. Sometimes there's, minimalizing your finger movement is a real trick in playing any instrument, but uke. Why move around all of that? All we're really doing is lifting a finger, sliding and sliding back, and playing those 3 chords. I see yours has a hook by the top of the headset. Hey, Patricia, mine does not actually have a hook. Patricia asked a question about my ukulele, so I'm going to show her real fast. So Patricia, it does not have a hook. I literally have just the string of the strap wrapped underneath the strings at the headstock. So there's no hook. It's just a little string tied around. And then the other end is, traditional. I don't like using this button here when I'm playing. This button, because it's very constricting. It's too tight, so I play like this. But it's just a string wrapped around the neck. All righty, you all are saying, let's play, Greg. Let's just play. Okay, so here we go. Whoa, let me get into key here. Oh, I'll miss you. There we go. Here we go. Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll write home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. I'll pretend that I'm kissing the lips I am missing, and hope that my dreams will come true. And then while I'm away, I'll write home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. So here we go. I'm going to stop for just a second. So put that E minor shape, the G shape with the pinky. All my loving I will send to you. All my loving, darling, I'll be true. Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll write home every day. I'll send all my loving to you. All my loving I will send to you. All my loving, darling, I'll be true. All my loving, all my loving, all my loving, I will send to you. All right, so, excuse me. Try try that chord movement. If that's something new, just give it a shot. It will save you a whole lot of work, and trying to jump, and it'll save you a ton of work, I promise. And if it seems difficult at first, just practice a few times. It'll seem easier. It always does. All right. So I scrambled to get ready tonight. In the 90 minutes preceding the show, I was able to drive home from the office. I don't go to the office very much. I was able to drive home from the office, mow part of the lawn, do show preparation, eat dinner, and then log in. So the rest of my day wasn't that productive. Actually, it was. But okay, so we're gonna play Knee Deep. We haven't played this song in a while. It's a Zac Brown song. Cool tune, fun tune. Hey, Donna Draper, new chord. Donna Draper, what new chord was that? All right, so these are mostly known chords. I don't think we're gonna do any tricks or tips or anything. These are just chords you probably know. So our strum, I'm just gonna do an island strum. I could put a chuck in here. I could do that. Oh, Phoenix. I forgot to upload the music to the Dropbox. I will do that right after we finish. Like I said, so that's one of the things I did not do in the 90 minutes preceding to the show. Sorry about that, but I'll do that right after we finish. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Gonna put the world away for a minute, pretend I don't live in it. Sunshine's gonna wash my blues away. Had sweet love, but I lost it. She got too close, so I fought her. Now I'm lost in the world, trying to find me a better way. Wishing I was knee deep in the water somewhere. Got the blue sky breeze and it don't seem fair. Only worry in the world is the tide gonna reach my chair. Sunrise, there's a fire in the sky. Never been so happy, never felt so high. I think I might have found me my own kind of paradise. Wrote a note, said be back in a minute. Bought a boat and I sailed off in it. Don't think anybody's gonna miss me anyway. Mind on a permanent vacation. The ocean is my only medication. Wishing my condition ain't ever gonna go away. 'Cause now I'm knee deep in the water somewhere. Got the blue sky breeze blowing wind through my hair. Only worry in the world is the tide gonna reach my chair. Sunrise, there's a fire in the sky. Never been so happy, never felt so high. I think I might have found me my own kind of paradise. The champagne show washing over me. It's a sweet, sweet life, living by the salty sea. One day you could be lost as me. Change your geography. Maybe you might be knee deep in the water somewhere. Got the blue sky breeze blowing wind through my hair. Only worry in the world is the tide gonna reach my chair. Sunrise, there's a fire in the sky. Never been so happy, never felt so high. I think I might have found me my own kind of paradise. was nice. Find yourself a little slice. Grab a backpack of lies. You never know until you try. When you lose yourself and find the key to paradise. Zach Brown, great band, good stuff. Good stuff on the uke too. Just translates well into the ukulele. All right, so let's see. I think that's where we wanted to do our picking lesson. So let me get that ready for us. All right, so when I have showed picking, I usually use, well, if I'm doing like a Travis picking, I will use these these two fingers and a thumb. I will use that. When Pete was on last week, he said he was showing that he just uses two. It's a matter of preference. The thumb typically controls the bass line of your G and C strings. Again, I'm playing a low G, so it sounds a little different, but these patterns still work. They just sound a little bit different. So I'm going to play it on a high and a low G. So let's come here. All right. So before I show you this, take a deep breath and just say to yourself, I can do this. Because the graphic is going to be more complicated than what we're actually going to do. There's just a lot of information. I'll upload this to the Dropbox too, because I think it's helpful. But I might be completely wrong. All right, so this is what it looks like. All right, so don't get overwhelmed and don't go crazy. We're going to take this one piece at a time. All right, the orange blocks, the little orange squares that have the G and an A and a C and an E in it. Let's just focus. Just don't focus on the letters. Don't focus on the letters underneath those. Just focus on the orange blocks. So this is the beat. This is the rhythm that we're going to be picking to. And it's set up in beats and measures. If you look, you've got 4 bars, you've got beats in there. So we're going to clap this. And I think it's good to get this. Pete did this last week. I think it's good to have that in your head because you're going to pick where each of those claps are. And if you look at this, it would go like this. So if you look at, we've got 5 spaced. I'm just going to use simple terms here. 5 beats spaced. And then we have 2 close together. So it's going to be. Now, so look at that and just see that makes sense. All we're looking at is the orange squares. So it's just this. So do the clapping. I know you probably seem silly clapping in front of the TV or clapping at your computer. But let's do this. So it's. So every one of those claps, we're going to be picking a string. So does that make sense so far? All right. I'm probably going to put these in because I built this. Oh, and then this is in the image you're seeing. I made in GarageBand because I created this beat. And the beat goes. Okay, so that's what we were clapping. It's a little slower, and this is the speed we're going to start and pick to. So I've talked about drum machines before. If you have an iPhone, either it's already included or you can download it for free from Apple, an app called GarageBand. You can do what I'm doing in GarageBand. So it's a great app. It's free. Well, it's included. You got to pay $1,000 for a phone. And then you get a free app. But it's a really good app. Okay, so I'm going to turn that up for a second. All right, so we got that, right? We've got the. Okay. Now let's look at the inside the orange blocks. we've got letters. Those are not chords, those are the strings. So G, C, E, A on a ukulele from chin to toe, G, C, E, A. So we are going to be playing, sometimes people use numbers, but sometimes people miscount. They go from top to bottom, bottom to top. So I'm going to put the string letters of the string in there to eliminate any confusion. Then below that, you've got T, M, T, P, T, M, T, P, T. T is thumb, M is middle, P is pointer, your pointer finger. Susan, the app is GarageBand. GarageBand. So let's not worry about the beat right now, but let's go to the strings we're going to be picking. Okay? So we're going to pick the G string with our thumb. I'm going to step up here so undo this. You don't need to see my face. We're going to pick the G string with our thumb, right? Because it says G, with underneath it, it says T, right? Then we're going to pick the A string, which is like our Travis picking, that outside-inside pattern that I talked about, that Pete talked about. So we're going to pick the G with our thumb. We're going to pick the A. I'm going to pick it with my middle finger, A, so down here. We're going to pick the C string with our thumb. We're going to pick the, where am I? E string. We're going to pick the E string with my pointer finger. So if you've been here before and heard us talk about Travis picking, that's the normal Travis picking. It's just... So let's just do that, that part of it. Just the first 4 notes. The second notes are spaced a little differently, but that's still G-A-C-E again. It's still just outside, inside again. Right? Are you following me? Hopefully. Hopefully you're not commenting saying, yes, I'm following, because you're following. So, well, let's do that. So we're going to do that twice. So G, A, C, E, G, A, C, E, G. We're going to end on that G, because the G goes directly to the next G, which is starting the whole pattern all over again. So I'm going to play this real quick so you hear what we're going for. And then we're all going to try it. So this is what we're actually going for. So it's, again, you got to remember the pattern. It's... Okay, so then I'm going to hold down a C chord and go. Okay, so that's where in that third section where it's G space AC space EG space, that's where you put those two come together quickly, that A and C, that E and G. So it's, so remember our clapping. So let's do that. So G, A, C, E. Okay, so let's try that. I'm going to start this right here. So let's get that pattern, that rhythm in our head. One more time, and then we'll pick it. Okay, cool. Hopefully you're getting that. And it might seem a little fast. You can practice this on your own a little slower. So what I want to do is down at the bottom where it says practice chords, we're going to consider that whole string of picking one pattern. We're going to do that with one chord. So down below where it says C, C, we're going to do that whole pattern with C. That whole pattern with C again, that whole pattern with F, F, you know, a second time, C 2 times, G 2 times, and then we'll finish on half of C. See you later, Craig. Okay, so that's what we're going to try. So nice and slow. Ready? Here we go. Okay, I think I might have skipped my second F, I'm not sure, but hopefully it kept up. So let's do that one more time, and then we're going to go a little bit faster. So ready? Here we go. See, I went to G. Here we go. All right, let's start again. You know what I was thinking about? I was thinking about doing this on the high G with the soprano. All right, here we go. Just focus, Greg. Alan, I hear you. It's not the easiest thing. Okay, so I'm going to speed this up a little more. Again, if this isn't coming to you immediately, you're completely normal. This stuff takes practice. So I'm going to put in a few things here. I'm going to speed this up. We're at 40 beats a minute. We're going to go about the 65. I know that seems fast. Ready? Okay. So someone said that it might be easier if the chart had string numbers. Um, Laura Sue, I was gonna put that on, but often when I do this, I've got two groups of people, and they number differently. Some number from their chin to their toes, and some number with their fingers. Some number from their toes up. So you can print this out and write the numbers on there. I wanted to put the strings because when I put the strings, there's absolutely no, confusion as to what string I'm talking about. It's the A string. It's not 1 or maybe 4, depending on who you are. Okay, Donna, that's okay. You'll get it. All right, so now we're gonna so we're gonna just do this without the little garage band beat. Ready? So again, we're gonna do this slow. Okay, so I will upload this. We could sit here for, the whole hour and do this, but I think it's just enough to show you what that is, to show you how it works with the beats, and then to give you the tools. So I'm going to give you that image that I just showed you on the screen. I'll upload that to Dropbox as well after the show. And there you go. From that point, it's just practice. It's just practice, but it is a nice little pattern. And you're like, well, when would I ever use that? I didn't create that, but I didn't learn it from someone else. I'm sure someone else did that same pattern before, but I didn't go to YouTube and find that. I was listening to a song for a collaboration, I think, and I didn't want to have two people strumming the exact same thing. So I wanted it to be a little different, and I was noodling around like, well, what works there? And that picking pattern just sort of jumped out, and it fit, and it sounded nice. So that's how that came about. Alrighty. Okay, so let's do some more play along. Hopefully that's helpful. Hopefully, and maybe Laura Sue, maybe I'll also add the little the string numbers. From your toes to your nose. Maybe I'll add those in also to that graphic, so you'll also have that. I'm unlimited now. Oh, I do want to, let's do a song, and then I'll remind you about something that I need to remind you about. So let's come back here. Susan Harder. It is a good challenge. And every one of these things, you're like, well, that's useless. I would never use that in a song. I promise, everything you learn that you think you might never use will give you skills to do something else. That dexterity of your fingers and that muscle memory and that following a pattern, a beat pattern, will help you with the next time you learn a picking pattern. It'll be that much easier. So everything's beneficial. You might not see it immediately, but everything is beneficial. Oh, you know what? Shoot, I didn't do the one thing I said I was going to do. So let me do that real quick. So let me come back to here. Man, I need a producer. I need someone behind me, like reminding me with cue cards. Because this is what I want to show you. Okay, folks. So on October 12th, I was saying, this is a ukulele we are giving away. Now you're like, oh my gosh, I've seen ukuleles like that before. It's a soprano, so it's a smaller ukulele, soprano size. It is, I'm going to take a little time here. It is absolutely awesome. I mean, the finish on this is amazing. You can look. You can see me in the reflection. Um, right. So just beautiful, beautiful ukulele here. Okay. So and this is completely custom made. This is made by a company called Tree Frog Ukuleles. Tom Hunter, I mentioned earlier when the show started. He came over. He came to Orlando for a couple of errands and to drop this off to me yesterday. So we had dinner and we just had a great time. So I'm saving the best. Well, it's all the best part. But what he has done, this is custom wood inlay. Let me make sure. Let me see if I can get a good picture there. If you look at that, it's a lava flow. It's Pele. That is all wood inlay, y'all. Y'all, that is just it's a piece of art. I mean, this thing is just like absolutely phenomenal. I mean, I can't even describe how beautiful this is. Woo! I'm gonna see if I can enter the drawing and see if I can win this. I really. I mean, I've played a lot of ukuleles. I don't think I've ever played or seen. This is really about the prettiest uke I've ever seen. So, Tree Frog Ukuleles. This is a prize. This is just phenomenal, y'all. So let's do this again, because I wanted to do this high G, this picking pattern. I don't have a strap on this, but I should be okay. So this is a high G. Before that top G string was really low, but here it's. Oh my gosh, it is. Y'all, so if you haven't entered to win this, I'm going to put the link because I'm nice and I'm going to make it easy for you. Right here, 1 second. I'm going to put this in the comments. And that is how you enter. You have to be watching the show that night to win this. But y'all, if you've looked around, I wish I could beam this to you and give this like 3-dimensional and you could see it. But it is just absolutely gorgeous. Woo! So I get to have this. Lucky me, I get to have this in my possession for the next 3 weeks. About 3 weeks. So, and it sounds just phenomenal. So, we'll get back to playing, but I wanted to show you that and also do the picking pattern on that. So check out Tree Frog Ukuleles. I just put the link. Yeah, those are go-to. Yeah, Tom. Hey, there's Tom. Hey, look in the comments. That's Tom Hunter. So yeah, he's describing the tuners. Let me show that real quick. He's describing the tuners. And they're beautiful. They're black. They're glossy. These are just really nice tuners. Really nice. All right. In all my uking, I really don't think I've ever seen something quite so pretty. So if you have a question about the uke that we're giving away, Tom Hunter, who built this, he's here. He's here tonight, and he just answered a question about the tuners. So if you have a question, go ahead and ask him. All right, you probably want to play some songs now. Let's go back to this. All right, so here we go. So we go, here's another song where we go from G to E minor, or we can use that E minor trick. So we could just use that pinky drop. Make a G and drop that pinky. C string, 4th fret. Hey, Michael August. Good day, sir. And that's just an easy way to get from G to E minor. So this is going to go something like this. Right? Pretty much over and over. So let's give this a whirl. There, let's start. Hey, hey, baby. No. All right, one more time. I scrolled a little too far there, so let's do this one more time. Hey, hey, baby. I wanna know if you be my girl. Hey, 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 baby. I wanna know if you be my girl. When I saw you walking down the street, I said that's the kind of girl I'd like to meet. She's so pretty, Lord, she's fine. I'd like to make her mine, all mine. Hey, hey, baby. I wanna know if you be my girl. I said, hey, hey, baby. I wanna know if you be my girl. And then we go to an E. Sorry, folks. When you turned and walked away, that's when I want to say, come on, baby, give me a whirl. I wanna know if you'll be my girl. Hey, hey, baby. I wanna know if you'll be my girl. Hey, hey, baby. I wanna know if you'll be my girl. We're just gonna finish right there on G. Rebecca, you're in over your head about what? I'm curious. This song? The ukulele? The giveaway? Okay, so most of the songs we do on this Wednesday night are songs like that you know. Every once in a while, I'll attempt to write a song, and this is one I did a while back. And when we're picking these songs, often I will be with Amy, and she will nag, and she will say, do one of your songs. I'm like, people don't want to hear one of my songs, so we're gonna do this. It's called How Great Things Are. There's one little kind of tricky part in here. When I wrote this, it was just a B minor, and if we look at the third line of each verse, it was, a B minor. And that's all it was a B minor. It went all the way, there was there was no chord change. There was no step down or step up from B minor to B minor major 7 to B minor 7 to E7. That didn't exist. It was just B minor. So I don't even know how it happened. I think Victoria Vox was on the show one time, if you know Victoria Vox. And I was talking to her, and I said, hey, I wrote this song, and I played it for her. And I said, what do you think? She goes, yeah, it's good. I said, would you do anything different? She goes, well, where you're playing B minor, and she just kind of tinkered around. She goes, what if you did this? So it's not my idea. This was Victoria Vox saying, why don't you go B minor, B minor major 7 to B minor 7? That's a Victoria Vox idea. I will give her full credit for that. But it's kind of cool that a little addition to the song came from Victoria Vox. So that's very cool. So it's like I've got places to go, and then this part it goes. I then see a crippled man in the heat with a jar. Okay, and when we're doing that, we're stepping. If we go from a B minor, I can borrow the B minor. That would be like that, right? And then all I'm doing is going from that to this, and just instead of this finger, instead of the ring finger on the 4th fret, I'm using my middle finger on the 3rd fret. And then when I go to a B minor 7, I'm just lifting that off and just playing a B minor. Well, no. Yeah, and then I'm playing a B minor 7. So if you want to play a B minor, if you want to play a B minor all the way through, you can do that. But it's kind of cool. I kind of like that addition that Victoria did. So let's try this. I don't play the song very much, so forgive me if it doesn't. And I should know my own song. So here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm in traffic at a red light, the 5th one in a row. I'm late, I am frustrated, I've got places to go. I then see a crippled man in a heat with a jar. He's asking folks for spare change. I'm in a nice cool car. How great things are. How great things are. I did it yet again. I forgot how great things are. Another day at the office. The boss can be a jerk. I'm stressed out, tense, I'm tired. Can't handle all this work. I gaze out of this window from this office I call mine. And down the street I see it, the unemployment line. How great things are. How great things are. I did it yet again. I forgot how great things are. Wake up in the morning, everything is sore. I barely slept a wink last night due to someone else's snore. I've got a stack of bills and a plumber to call. Again forgot how blessed I am that I woke up at all. How great things are. How great things are. Did it yet again. I forgot how great things are. I'm not in jail, my health is good. I forgot how great things are. I've got a job, my bills are paid. I forgot how great things are. A pantry full of healthy food. I forgot how great things are. I'm blessed with friends and family. I forgot how great things are. Got far more than you might think. Don't forget how great things are. All right. Brenda, yes, it seems like a lot of chord changes. But if you practice those chord changes, I hear it all the time where someone says, I never could play that song. And like 4 months later, like on the show, when we play it again, they're like, hey, I did it. And they can now play the song. And they haven't practiced that song. They had just practiced a bunch of other stuff. And by the time they played that song the next time, they were comfortable playing it. So you will learn, I promise you. Don't give up. Okay, let's go back here. Anyway, yes, that's right. Hey, and we do. I gripe all the time about life, you know. I mean, I'm very fortunate. I live on a lake, right? There's a lake in my backyard, and I go outside and I complain about the weeds growing in the lake. I'm like, Greg, stop that. Stop that. So how great things are. Just, hey, and it didn't turn out this way, but it just sort of did. When Victoria Vox was on the show, if you don't know Victoria Vox, check her out, victoriavox.com. Really amazing musician, uke player, singer, all those things. But let's come here. She was on the show one time, and we did a collaboration with me and her husband Jack, and we did this song. So we are going to do, Stephen, There Are No Alligators. I've seen, in all reality, in 10 years, I've seen 2 gators, and they were probably like 4 feet long. They came through like a storm sewer. So it's a pretty alligator. There's just too many houses and not enough swamp. There's no place for a gator to live. So we're gonna do this song, Aiko Aiko. Let's get this ready. We're gonna still play along. It's just not gonna be me doing uke. It's gonna be a collaboration. But here it goes. My grandma and your grandma sitting by the fire. My grandma told your grandma, I'm gonna set your flag on fire. Talk about hey now, hey now, Aiko Aiko one day. Giacomo fina anane, Giacomo finane. Look at my king all dressed in red. Aiko Aiko one day. Bet you $5 your king dead. Giacomo finane. Talk about hey now, hey now, Aiko Aiko one day. Giacomo fina anane, Giacomo finane. My flag boy and your flag boy sitting by the fire. My flag boy told your flag boy, I'm gonna set your flag on fire. Talk about hey now, hey now, Aiko Aiko one day. Giacomo fina anane, Giacomo finane, Giacomo finane. See that girl all dressed in green, Aiko Aiko one day. She's not a man, she's a loving machine, Giacomo finane. Talk about hey now, hey now, Aiko Aiko one day. Giacomo fina anane, Giacomo finane. Talk about hey now, hey now, Aiko Aiko one day. Giacomo fina anane, Giacomo finane, Giacomo finane. Giacomo finane, Giacomo finane. I love replaying those collabs. They're just fun. And, you know, I see your comments, y'all, and y'all are swearing there's gators in the lake. Okay, so Amy's my girlfriend, and she has two boys, sons, twins. And one time we went boating, and they're like, "Gators, I don't want to get in the water, right?" So I told them I'd give them $100 for every gator they spotted, and they were like over the moon. They're like, "Oh my gosh!" Right? Because they thought they were going to get money. No, we spent the whole day, not one gator. I mean, I live here, and two gators, two small ones in 10 years, and I'm on the lake all the time. So I tell you, there's lots of gators in lots of lakes in Florida. I'm just saying, there's not there's not many. I'm not saying there's none because I've seen two. I admitted to that. All right, enough about the gators. But come on down. Anyone who wants to come and visit me, I will give you $100 for every gator that you spot in the lake. How's that? Okay, we've got 3 songs left. We did a few songs fewer this week because we did that picking lesson. So if you're saying, why are we only doing 8 songs instead of 10? That is why. Okay, Little Buffett. I was just reading some comments. I wasn't having like a memory lapse or something. I was reading comments. All right, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I took off for a weekend last month just to try to recall the whole year. All of the faces and all of the places, wondering where they all disappeared. Oh, I didn't ponder the question too long. I was hungry, went out for a bite. Ran into a chum with a bottle of rum, and we wound up drinking all night. It's these changes in latitude, changes in attitude, nothing remains quite the same. With all of our running and all of our cunning, if we couldn't laugh, we would all go insane. Reading departure signs in some big airport reminds me of the places I've been. Visions of good times that brought so much pleasure makes me wanna go back again. Oh, if it suddenly ended tomorrow, I could somehow adjust to the fall. Good times and riches and son of the bitches, I've seen more than I can recall. It's these changes in latitude, changes in attitude, nothing remains quite the same. With all of our running and all of our cunning, if we couldn't laugh, we would all go insane. Thinking about Paris when I'm high on red wine. I wish I could jump on a plane. So many nights I just dream of the ocean. God, I wish I was sailing again. Oh, yesterday's over my shoulder, so I can't look back for too long. There's just too much to see waiting in front of me, and I know that I just can't go wrong. Changes in latitude, changes in attitude, nothing remains quite the same. With all of our running and all of my cunning, if I couldn't laugh, I just would go insane. If we couldn't laugh, we just would go insane. If we were all crazy, we would go insane. Hi, Buffett. I love Buffett. All right. Somebody actually sent in a request for this. I can't remember who, so my apologies for that. So I did talk about the collaboration special. Oh, let's talk about that now. And then we have, right, 2 more songs. So let's talk about this. Let me pull this up on my phone. You know, I just need more hours in the day because I just don't have time to do all the stuff I want to do. So if we look at this, they're not all done, but I'll tell you the ones that are done. So we are going to have on our collaboration special. So we just saw a collaboration with Victoria Vox, and it's boxes and lots of stuff, percussions, it's whatever we make it. But people who watch this on Wednesdays, who are part of this Wednesday night community, have volunteered, and we've built these collaborations. So we're going to have, I think, 12. Katie Thomas is going to be doing House of Gold. Lori Lucas, the song Imagine, the Beatles song. Amy Bishop is doing Long-Legged Guitar Pickin' Man. Rob Secco is All My Exes Live in Texas. Patty Silva as Tears Go By. Terry Brandsma, who's here all the time, just super nice guy, always helping out. For What It's Worth. Nancy and Weldon Beach, the Beaches, doing Creek Alley. Debbie Ferencek doing Bad Moon Rising. Karen Erico doing Chains. Those are the ones that are done. Then we have a few more in progress. So it's going to be an awesome night. It's a lot of fun. We got a really great crowd. And that's the same night we're going to be giving away that ukulele. So October, we're going to have shows. I do want to remind you, next week we do not have a show. I'm really sorry. I just have something I have to do. So we're not having a show next week. So I'll put a Facebook event for the following week, just to not create confusion. So just make a note, no show next week, but we will be meeting back normal time, normal everything the week after that. Okay? Yeah, there are some fun songs. Helen, it's going to be an awesome show. So book your calendar. You should mark your calendar every week for this. But the 12th is going to be a really special night. It's always fun. Okay, so let's go back to this and let's do our 2 songs and let's call it a night. Hey, Kim, and one thing you can do, you all, and here's what I would recommend. Next week, if you want to watch this show, you won't be able to chat with the people, which I think is really the funnest part of this. But all of these shows are recorded. So if you go to Facebook, you can pick any show you want. The shows that I would recommend are the collaboration shows because they're just fun. So go back and find a collaboration show. They're listed. They're titled as such. There's also a really good Christmas show. I know it's a little early to listen and play Christmas songs, but that's a really good one too. So go check out a collaboration show next week if you still want to, play along and play some uke next week. They're a lot of fun. Good night, Katie. Everyone say good night, Katie. Katie lives in the UK, so it's very late for her right now. And Katie's the one doing House of Gold in the collab. So good night, Katie. All right, here we go with our B flat. We're just gonna, no instruction here. We're just gonna go and do it. Riding on the city of New Orleans, Illinois Central, Monday morning rail. 15 cars, 15 restless riders, 3 conductors, 25 sacks of mail. All along its southbound Odyssey, the train pulls out from Kankakee and rolls along past houses, farms, and fields, passing trains that have no names, and freight yards full of old black men, and the graveyard of rusted automobiles. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done, dealing card games with the old man in the club car. Any a point ain't no one keeping score. Pass the paper bag that holds the bottle. Feel the wheels a-rumbling neath the floor. And the sons of Pullman porters and the sons of engineers ride their father's magic carpet made of steel. Mothers with their babes asleep go rocking to the gentle beat, and the rhythm of the rails is all they feel. Good morning, America, how are you? Say, don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Nighttime on the city of New Orleans, changing cars in Memphis, Tennessee. Halfway home, we'll be there by the morning. Through the Mississippi darkness, rolling down to the sea. Let me scroll that a little. And all the towns and people seem to fade into a bad dream. Steel rails ain't heard the news. The conductor sings his songs again. The passengers will please refrain. The train's got the disappearing railroad blues. Good night, America, how are you? Say, don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Alrighty. Okay, so just one more song, folks. Hope you've had a good time. Hope that picking was a useful lesson. Again, I'll upload that those materials, and you can practice that on your own. Thank you, Julia. It's very nice of you. And we just got one more song, and no show next week. And we had a really good crowd tonight. I don't know how many are here now, but I looked before, and it was a really nice sized crowd. So glad to see that. I really am. Just a fun community. Okay, so all right, folks. This is the reminder where your uke always doesn't have to be a mid-tempo island strum. Slow it down. Put a little emotion. Put a little passion in your strum. Stop strumming every once in a while. Skip an up or a down on your island just to accentuate something. Make it yours, right? You're the player. You're the musician. You can do anything you want. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. passion. Just yesterday morning, they let me know you were gone. Suzanne, the plans they made put an end to you. I walked out this morning and I wrote down this song. Just can't remember who to send it to. Oh, shoot! Oh my gosh. You know, I made it all the way through the show. All the way. You know, we did picking tutorials, we showed all sorts of things, and the very last song, I forget to put the music up. So here come in all of the comments, and you all are sweet. You all are sweet to remind me. You know, it's a free show. Just always remember that. It's a free show. Maybe we should just call it a night. Good night, everybody. Have a great week. All right, we'll start back from the beginning. Oh, boy. Always funny. Just yesterday morning, they let me know you were gone. Suzanne's the plan they made put an end to you. I walked out this morning and I wrote down this song. Just can't remember who to send it to. Oh, I seen fire and I seen rain. I seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. And I always thought that I'd see you again. Won't you look down upon me, Jesus? You gotta help me make a stand. Just got to see me through another day. My body's aching and my time is at hand, and I won't make it any other way. Oh, I seen fire and I seen rain. I seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought that I'd see you again. Been walking my mind to an easy time, my back turned towards the sun. Lord knows when the cold wind blows, it'll turn your head around. Well, there's hours of time on the telephone line to talk about things to come. Sweet dreams and flying machines in pieces on the ground. Oh, I seen fire and I seen rain. I seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought that I'd see you again. Oh, I seen fire and I seen rain. I seen sunny days that I thought would never end. but I always thought that I'd see you again. All right, everybody, that is the last song of the night. Again, sorry for the lack of lyric mishap. You know, sometimes just we make mistakes here. So I really had a great time tonight. Hope you did too. And we had a good crowd and some new people. So I just really love seeing that. And I always say it, but I'm just fortunate and just happy to be able to do this and be able to hang out with you. It is a highlight of my week. Just being able to just see us all have a good time. And I hope that you have a great weekend. I hope you have 2 great weekends. Because again, next week, no show. Really sorry, but no show next week. Have a great Wednesday. Watch one of the reruns or go out and find someone to play with. That's always a blast. So it's so try that if you can. If you can't, watch a show, one of the reruns. So anyway, thanks y'all. Take care. Take care of yourselves, and just we hope to see you back in a few weeks. I don't know what date that is, but it's 2 Wednesdays from tonight. So we have what, the 28th, and then I can't remember. And I don't have a calendar in front of me. But you have a calendar, and that's what's important. All right, y'all. Have a great one. Thanks again for being here. It really is meaningful to me, and I hope it is to you. So take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye.